Welcome to Where We Droppin',
Where we dropping, baby.
the average podcast for average gamers. Alright, so, here today with Kev and Edwin. Introduce yourselves. How's it going?
How's it going? Friend of Dan Woods. Definitely not an average gamer and not an average person, baby.
Well, my name's Edwin, as you heard once before, and I am just a gamer.
You have a stream though, right? Are you still doing that, or?
A Twitch streamer, twitch.tv/Poochiedumpling.
Pooch.
Follow it.
Edwin, whatever you want to do. And esports is my life, so anything esports I know about.
That's what we need, but we'll get to that later. First, we're going to talk about a very special game to me and Kevin. Not Edwin. Fortnite. So,
The common phenomenon that multiple games have been created to battle it and have not succeeded.
no, but, we'll get to the whole Call of Duty and that failure later. But, let's... Oof. Alright, let's talk about Fortnite, right? So, Kev, we've been at this for a while, right?
Season 4 for me. I don't know about you.
Season 2.
Season 2.
So, I mean...
Kind of hopped on the bandwagon late, you know.
Well, that seems to be your deal. But anyways...
Shots fired.
But mine hit.
Mm.
Anyways. Fuck it. So, just let's talk about our experience with Fortnite, man. I mean, we met some people.
Some
Good and
people.
bad,
Good
right?
and bad.
So we got our friend Jess.
Person from Arkansas I met through Fortnite with the, what would you say, just random squad up.
Happy accident, if happy's the right word, but...
It's been 2 months still playing with her.
Yep. I mean... And then we've got all the freaking kids that join in into the
5-year-olds. I
game.
mean, grow some... Let me hold it down there, because,
Yeah, we don't want to make it too bad here, but... Playing a game.
Alright, so Dan, what's your experience on Fortnite?
Well, it took me about, let's see, I don't know, a couple seasons just to get one win. I'd be in GameStop looking at some games. Some kid came up to me, and that's what lit a fire under my ass, because he comes up to me and he goes, "How many wins you got?" And I'm like, what the hell is this kid talking about? I've got 0 wins. And he's like, "I've got 3 solo wins," and all this shit. And here I am, like, what the hell am I doing wrong? So I had to get the assistance of yourself and your brother.
This guy.
And now we're almost at 60 wins, but...
I think we've...
Well, I've passed 60.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what... Everyone, what about you?
Yeah.
I know you hate the game, dude.
I wouldn't say I hate. Okay, I don't like it. It's more of a personal preference though. In terms of battle royales, it's just not my scene. I feel that they're fairly repetitive in the sense that like you pick up shit, shoot shit, but like most games are repetitive. I mean, from the games that I play, like MMORPGs or any fighting game, they can get repetitive.
But you have a specific hatred towards Fortnite, is what I've noticed. Now, talk to me about that.
I think it's in the sense where when it first came out is if you didn't like it, then you didn't like video games. Does that make sense?
I mean, it does. I didn't see that, but
that's.
Well, you just don't like what? Just some of the outrageous aspects.
Is it the community, the building, both? Like, what?
It's not to say that I don't like shooters at all, but because Apex did a good job of releasing itself, and I enjoyed PUBG for a while, but its countless bugs were awful. But for Fortnite specifically, I felt like I was playing Minecraft half the time, having to build
wood,
and it's just the building part.
Shut up. That wood.
Now I can't say that the competitive scene isn't impressive for Fortnite, because it is. The way it's grown as a game.
I mean, they got like a 7-year-old in there that's whipping ass, dude. So I mean, it's an interesting. It's interesting, but So, I mean, all right. So I guess I can understand where you're coming from. But I mean, repetitiveness. I mean, it's kind of every multiplayer game kind of
Has
I think game has grown though with the cross compatibility, and I know me and Dan got into it because just we both don't have a same, like I have an Xbox, you have a PlayStation, so it's just a way to get the squad together, no matter what.
That was a big deal for us, and it's free.
Yeah, I think that's.
I mean, so is Apex, but
Yeah, but that's
For
one
a free
of the big
game, I don't
things.
think you can complain.
no.
Yeah, no, like I respect Fortnite for their push on the cross-platform, because you could be on your phone, play with someone on PC, play with someone on Xbox, PS4, Switch. Now, it's to me, I think it's really cool that they did that.
Yeah. But I mean,
if you put on your phone, you're gonna get shut back.
and the Switch, but that's our friend, and she ain't breaking any records in this game, folks. That's all I gotta say on that. But she's gonna watch this too, and she is not gonna be happy with this bad mouthing. But
The thing about Fortnite is that it was able to break into popular culture, unlike most games.
that is true.
I think that's really cool because you don't see that. Like Drake, he was playing with Ninja, Oh, see, but that's a discussion for, I guess, another time. In terms of streamers, well, I don't like Ninja that much either, but that's.
See, but that's a part of Fortnite's culture right there, if you think about it, because like Ninja's like, I hate to say it, the face of Fortnite. Yeah.
Tifu beats him every time.
Well, yeah, it's just Ninja's more controversial, and let's be real, we all know the meme of him like cursing out a little kid on stream.
You like that?
So he's not on good terms with anyone really,
But hey,
Seems like
all the power to
he's
him.
got a lot of grass up his ass. You know what I mean?
but
Shout out, but
Listen, the amount of money he's making, not
He's
only
sponsored by Red Bull, and they made his whole streaming studio.
I mean, but so is like professional like teams, so it's not like he's the first.
But you also have Summit 1G, who's sponsored by Monster. Tim the Tap Man, also sponsored by Monster. The energy drinks, they tend to follow up on that.
Need that
But-
game fuel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I don't know, it's just. But the amount of money he's making, because Fortnite also has that thing where for each person you join, you get like a percentage of it, right?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. So each player has a code. If you have to apply to get the code.
Oh, creator codes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used one. Tifu.
Basically gave money to Tifu by doing that.
right.
So that's like, and when you buy V-Bucks, they get a percentage of that,
Yeah,
of that cut, which is, could you imagine how many kids are?
using Tifu and Ninja's codes, and then buying like 4 skins and a battle pass.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Hey, there's money to be made in video games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But speaking of making money in games, Edwin, I guess we move on to our next topic. Let's talk about your internship.
The internship at Double Tap Studios, or Double Tap, it was fun for a while. It's cool being, head to head with all these different pros. I mean, we mostly focused on anything that was related to MOBAs, so it was like League of Legends. Well, it was anything esports really, but any of the big stuff, League of Legends, Dota, kind of. I know we did a little.
So not games I like is what I'm hearing from this.
Essentially,
Okay.
we didn't do a lot on shooters or anything like that. I know I did a video on StarCraft, and my part in the internship was video editing,
Right.
and being able to, because my bosses were the ones that would fly out, they would get the footage and then they'd bring it back for me. They went to Germany to do stuff with what's the name of the team? Fnatic, that's right. They did some stuff with Fnatic.
Big time gaming club.
Yeah, they were partnered with Fnatic, so they do a lot of their films and stuff like that. And I know they did a partnership with Kia, and just the esports community in general is pretty cool. when you get to go to those events. I had the pleasure of going to a local event, a Smash tournament, and interacting with those people. They're really cool.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, we got to bring it up though. I mean, did you like that experience, or I mean, the whole company's deal? I mean, I heard some interesting things from you about it. If you want to bring it up, you can, but if not,
I'm gonna have to say I signed a non-disclosure agreement on that.
Okay, that's fine. But all right. So
I mean, I would say maybe didn't like it, but pretty good experience. You go to New York, work for them. I don't know. Didn't last that long, but it's a story.
Yeah, I mean, I think in anything that comes with big corporations, there are things you're not going to agree with.
yeah.
In terms of getting the experience to, commute to a big city, edit for a big company, I think that's something that any guy from a town that no one knows would enjoy, would like.
are you saying Norwalk isn't known? Come on now.
No,
The home
I'm
of
really
Calvin
I'm merely
Murphy.
quoting a song.
Home from of Calvin Murphy, but yeah, all right. But it is good experience. Experience is experience. But...
And in the end, I think it worked out because I got to be able to get into the professional experience that I wanted. Be it didn't last as long as I would have liked. Train tickets are expensive.
Train tickets are expensive.
That Metro card.
Yeah. But, if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer some.
There's only one main one, but
No.
Why I left?
I mean, yeah, that was kind of
the thing.
controversy. Journalism major. I gotta ask about it, right, folks?
It's more.
If you can't answer, don't worry about it. But all right, then we'll move on to Call of Duty. Why does it suck?
Why?
Now, where do I even begin?
And Dan, why don't you talk about some of your experiences? I know you're were into it. I know my experience has been more of an earlier time where I had the Great World at War, that type of Call of Duty. You're more Modern Warfare,
I mean,
that online.
I've been at it since MW2, elementary school, homesick. Being cursed out on the mic, but I couldn't talk because mom didn't want me to say anything, and but simpler times to say the least. But now, this new game, man, I mean, let's start with the microtransactions, which I get it. It's in every game.
What's that microtransaction for those people who don't know?
The microtransactions of Call of Duty don't make sense. It's a first-person shooter, and they want you to buy skins. Think about that for a second. You can't see your character. It's not Fortnite where you can see the
Well, the
skin.
other people can.
When they're shooting you, what? I'll get on the stupid headset. I noticed you got the fucking October skin. How cool of you! They're not cheap, dude. They're not cheap. But I mean, that's kind of my first issue is the microtransactions make no. I mean, weapon camos have always been where they strive, but now you can do custom camos, paint jobs. You can make your own camos. You unlock them with headshots. So now they're just trying to make any small amount they can make at this point, which you expect from Call of Duty, but something just stupid transactions like that right off. I mean, it's not Star Wars Battlefront 2 levels.
Wow.
That's
That was insane. I was very disappointed when I heard about the microtransactions with that. And then there's actually a famous clip. I don't know if you guys know who Boogie is. He's a streamer and YouTuber.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the center for the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, no. That, you know what I mean?
you don't want to be called that anymore. Stop it. But
He's a really big dude. I don't know. Anyways, he was playing Star Wars Battlefront, and it told him that he could only play for a certain amount of time until he had to pay to be able to play more. And it's like, what the fuck? I paid $60 for this game. Why can't I play more? And when I saw that, it was like, wow, EA, you really fucked us over on.
I I heard that like they did the calculations for how long it would take to unlock certain heroes, and that it was just an amount of time no one plays a video game, like just outrageous. Like you'd have to play non-stop to unlock like I don't know Darth Maul or some shit.
Non-stop action, you'd have to.
Yeah.
Grind it.
And it's just the fact that it's bad enough you got to pay to win. It's even worse that you're forcing pay to win because you can't reach the goal you want to reach unless you consistently play. Like, it's not like grinding, like, oh, I want to finish these challenges on Fortnite and I want to go home. No, that'll take you some hours. This, days. Just days of playing.
Now, I think there's a difference between grinding and pay to win. Because, like, for example, I don't want to, like, break... Because most MMORPGs, the ones that are subscription-based, like, say, WoW or Final Fantasy, you have, you know, if you want to be BIS, which is best in slot, best gear, what you would have to do is it'll take a couple weeks of, you know, farming out bosses, getting the relics, and, you know, being able to, you know, upgrade your gear. Now, in other games, you know, that's not the thing. That's the thing. Like, if you go to the MMORPG called Blade and Soul, you know, you have to pay for your upgrades. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's just a cash grab.
But
I think we should get back on Call of Duty since this is what this segment's
That's
about.
what the
Alright,
segment
so
is, right.
here's the deal. What I gotta say. Alright, you start a World at War, that type of stuff. Alright, World War II. You wait like what, 10 years? You just do it over again with better graphics. I mean, and apparently the storyline wasn't even that good. I didn't play it, but you know, I don't know. I heard it was
What storyline?
exactly.
There-
I
They,
mean,
there wasn't a storyline this
did they
Call of
even
Duty.
in the multiplayer game? Did they even switch anything up, or it's just the same deathmatch?
So, let me give you a little-
flag game.
let me give you
where
a little
just
rundown.
add the World War II weapons. I mean, how many? Can we be a little bit more creative? I'm paying money for
I
this.
know. Let me give you a little rundown. Let me give you a little rundown of the issues here. So, there was no campaign.
Campaign.
This Call of Duty, like, not even a bad one.
Do
there
they even
wasn't
have
one.
zombies anymore?
That's right.
There
wasn't.
there wasn't zombies.
No zombies.
Was there? Or there was
There were
zombies.
zombies.
There was zombies because
But
I
it must have
played
not
it.
been good because you know.
I barely remember it. But here's what they did. They said, let's switch the campaign with Battle Royale. The minute I saw that, I went, son of a bitch. It's going to be a shitty made Battle Royale because they're hopping on the bandwagon. And I played the multiplayer for a long time. And not a long time, but I mean, I had a good time with it. It was fun for a while. And then I was kind of like, all right, I'm good. It's just, I mean, that's never really happened to me in Call of Duty. Like, even the last game, World War II, I played that till the new Call of Duty came out. I mean, a lot of people didn't like it. I personally grinded it throughout the whole time it was there, and I had a good time with it, but the new game, just a lot of issues. I mean, as for the whole switching it year by year, that's the problem. You release games so quickly. It's sloppy. Assassin's Creed fell victim, sadly. Loved that game until, you know, tried to become Skyrim, but that's a different story. So with Call of Duty, it kind of just... the Battle Royale killed me. Me and Larry hopped on once.
Yeah,
Instead of Fortnite.
I saw one of the betas and just watching it, I didn't want to play it.
I opened the beta.
I
and
tried it myself, and I didn't like it either.
No?
It's
It was
just-
like... it felt like multiplayer without any, like, hype to it. Like, I wasn't like... I didn't care if I died. I was like...
to me, it felt rushed.
It did feel rushed. Well, that's the problem with these games. Rushed. You know, they don't care about the product as much. They just want to get a game out. They'll make money no matter what because people are going to buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to be Fortnite, though, you're gonna have to put in the time and effort. And
I mean, let's look at Apex. Shit's Titanfall 2 in a battle royal style, and that shit's picking up.
It
dude.
really is, though. You know, as much as I don't like the way EA structures their, you know, their business plans, they did a really good job with Apex, the company that I believe it's not Respawn. I forget what the company is that Apex is running off. Their publisher, but you know, it's good. Like they work hard, and the thing with Fortnite too, those guys work 100-hour weeks.
Yeah.
You know, to keep pushing out new updates.
get up patches.
Yeah, it's insane.
Even if they're not any good, like nerfing the hand cannon. I mean, Yeah. Alright. Anything else about Call of Duty we gotta say? I mean, some of the challenges where you gotta like headshot like 100 people to get like platinum or whatever.
Well, that's how it's always been.
Yeah. Okay.
It's always been like that.
I
since
don't
the
play
old
Call of Duty, so I don't know what you're doing.
I mean, that's my expertise. I mean, Call of Duty. Again, I think they're releasing the next one's gonna be like MW4. Okay. Anyways, but
Alright, this has been Kevin signing off. Thank you for watching for the 30 people that are in dance class and maybe to infinity and beyond.
More like 4. But...
4? Okay.
It's a little more than that.
Okay.
Like
hopefully you liked it, you know.
Yeah, I had a good time talking about esports and video games in general. So thanks for watching.
I mean, I hope y'all don't think it's like ghetto life, cause you know. So
Twitch.tv/Poochiedumpling, you know.
The Pooch Man.
All right.
This was Where We Drop It, the average podcast.